Hello, it's Florian here, Uncle Flo. Former domestic abuse victim turned escapee survivor. Healed myself with help of others, obviously. And I'm now passing on whatever I know, help however I can help. Today I would like to talk about what is called the DARVO technique. DARVO. Well, technique. That's the technique many narcissists or all narcissists or all abusers. I mean, I haven't met them all personally, lucky me, use. This technique was researched and it was mentioned first by somebody called Dr. Jennifer Frey. Is it Frey or Freyd? I have to look it up. I'll put a link for her to her website below the video. Just to give her the credit, that was in 1990 or in the 1990s. It's already 3 decades old. Now, DARVO means it's an acronym. D stands for denial. Yeah, so the accused denies what they've done or denies the accusation. D, then A stands for attack. So they go on the counter attack. Remember, attack is the best defense. Yeah, a narcissist or other abusers, they have this in their blood. They've trained this, practiced this all their lives. Well, not all their lives, maybe since their teenage years or so. So denial, then they go and they attack, and then RVO stands for the reversal of victim offender. So then they start portraying themselves as the victim, that you are the actual offender. This can take various forms. It can be accusations of you being mental, of having mental issues, of them being, oh, it's not fair, blah, 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 blah. Remember one thing, a narcissist originally was created, and sociopaths as well, originally created. They are not born, they were created through child neglect and abuse. Yeah. And what comes with this is a very, very immature, emotionally immature personality. Emotionally immature. Yeah, it doesn't matter what biological age you are. What matters is the emotional maturity, and this counts for all. Counts for all of us. However, any and every narcissist and sociopath, they are emotionally very immature. They are stuck somewhere in their childhood, teenage years emotionally. So, and they cannot take responsibility. It is absolutely, I mean, most people have enormous difficulties with that. But when you're that far down the road, yeah, towards the fully fledged narcissism, then, or beyond the point of no return, as I call it, then it's even worse. So, how it works, yeah. The denial is obvious. You all know that. You've tried that before. Not accusing, but maybe holding a narcissist or your abusive partner or parent or whoever it is, or so-called friend or boss at work or business partner accountable. And the first thing is, hey, not me. Yeah, I don't do that kind of thing. Yeah. Now, this paradigm, this technique is very easily grasped, is very easily understood. Yeah, and then the attack, obviously, attack is the best defense. And here is what actually also many politicians do, what people learn in rhetoric these days at universities, like big speakers in debates. Always, and I think this goes back to Goebbels, the German minister of propaganda, always attack or always accuse your opponent of what you are guilty yourself. Yeah, just turn the tables and accuse the other person of what you have actually done. So that's kind of part of the DARVO technique. Yeah, it's gaslighting. It's literal gaslighting. Now, some psychologists, some therapists, and also on YouTube, and so they say this is what narcissists always do, which is not exactly correct. I know that for a fact. I've lived through it. Another form is ghosting. Instead of using the DARVO, the denial attack, and then the reversal of victim and offender, a narcissist can also, not only narcissists, also other people who do not want to take personal responsibility, can just ghost you. turn off the phone, not talk to you for days, just grumble, not if you're in the same room, just not even answer, up to the point where you feel guilty about badgering them. Yeah. So now the first thing there is, one can also find this on the internet, like how to deal with DARVO or ghosting, for example. I'm bringing in the ghosting now, just ad hoc. Um, there's this like stay cool and calm and detached, which is really, really difficult. So, okay, now if you have an abuser in the family, in your surroundings, at work or business, your partner, whoever, and you know that they are like that, you need to first ask yourself if you still want to try to hold them accountable after you've already tried it numerous times and always failed. You know, when this comes up again, you need to leave the room, sit down, get clarity. Why are you actually still there? You need to write it out. Okay? So, however, if you do it, and it will most likely be to no avail, remain calm and detached, because the moment you get angry, you get upset, they have you where they want you. Because the person who gets angry, they will portray you then as the guilty one. Oh, he is always angry, he's shouting at me and blah 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 blah. Or she. Yeah. So remain calm and detached. Now, how is this possible? You will ask yourself. I mean, people among you who've been victimized in that way. I say, it's so tough. My counter question, my question against this is, why are you still there? It's impossible to deal with that and stay sane. Yeah, this gaslighting, this DARVO technique. A decent person, it's like fighting barehanded against somebody with two poisoned knives and well, whatever else other weapons they have. Yeah, a decent person doesn't stand a chance. You need to walk away. However, if you can't walk away for some reason, remain calm and detached. How do you stay calm and detached? Train yourself. Training. Get a life coach, for example. Get help. Have good friends who strengthen you, who buttress you. Yeah. Now, then people say, okay, do not engage or escalate the argument. However, if you are trying to hold the narcissist or whatever type of abuser accountable, in a way you have already engaged in the argument, because there is no reasoning with them. They will not admit their fault. They will not empathize with your situation. They will not think suddenly, oh gosh, she is right, he is right. Let me admit everything. Gosh, then I have to admit everything that happened that I did over the past 10 years. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. So do not engage or escalate in arguments. In other words, don't even try to hold the narcissist accountable unless it is, as I experienced it, in a court case. And even then, it is so difficult. You need to have evidence. You need to have ideally witnesses. Now, here's another problem. If you live with a narcissist or similarly, whatever other personality disorder where you can just not hold your own, you will sooner or later find yourself isolated from your friends. You'll be on your own. You will not, it will be so hard to find other witnesses for their behavior who you can then work together with. And when, for example, you go to family court, let's say you are parents and it's about over the children, that you are able to see the children, how do you find evidence? How do you find witnesses? You're already isolated, and if you are not yet, but you're on such a now you who is listening, if you are not completely isolated yet, but you are together with such a person and you can already see manipulations going on and think, pack your stuff and leave. Now you might think, okay, it's easier said than done. It is easier said than done. I was years in such a relationship. Yeah. Now, what you need to do, however, is when there are arguments, when you are not able yet to leave the relationship, when there are and it will be arguments, it's never really a fair debate. You need clarity. When you are, it's gaslighting, yeah? It's gaslighting. It's the lying. It's the just making you feel insane and doubt your own reality. When they so clearly negate things which they really didn't said, and you just stand there and think, after a while you start doubting yourself. Write it down. Write it down. Get clarity. Journal and hide the journal. Make sure that your partner, or whoever it is, parent or whoever the narcissist is, does not know about your journal, because it will disappear. It will disappear. Just disappear. Yeah. Now, the other thing is, if it happens and you are stuck in the situation, you can't escape and you're there, okay, remain calm and detached as much as possible. Yeah. Don't let it not turn into an argument, which is nay impossible to do. Now, here's a good quote: nobody ever wins an argument, not even in their own heads. With arguments, there only always loses. A narcissist will believe they have won the argument, but also they suffer inside. Trust me, they do. They are the aggression that rises in them when they attack, and you know that after the denial comes the attack. The aggression, the viciousness, the spite. Their heart rate goes up. Also, they feel the fury, the anger, the adrenaline. I saw it multiple times, hundreds of times probably with my own eyes. It's not that they are fully in love with life, and forget about that, yeah? Yes, they are the abusers, but trust me, they are also the victims. And this is something, maybe it's some consolation for you. Yeah. Now, always stick to your truth, stick to your guns. And even if they turn something around and you start self doubting, never admit it. You can afterwards go into your own room, go outside, take a deep breath, and think about it and think, oh, was I actually right on? If you firmly completely find out that you have made a mistake, hell, what? Everybody makes a mistake, but you didn't do it intentionally. Okay. However, do not let them drive you into a corner and then you start admitting things or so. You will feel awful afterwards, and it will drive you deeper and deeper and deeper into this quicksand of gaslighting. You will lose your sanity. So stick to your guns, get clarity, write it down, journal. Keep the journal hidden. Now, I'm talking about the worst case scenario here at the moment. This scenario is you are still in this relationship for whatever reason. I'm not judging you. I cannot judge you because I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I stayed. I stayed and I tried and I tried and I tried. Um, and what really helps is labeling as things, as this DARVO attack, as this DARVO scheme of, plays through. Yeah, like a film, like a clip, like a scene in a movie, an ugly scene. It's a very ugly scene. If you can analyze it as it unfolds. Oh, now she's denying it, or he's denying it again. Don't get upset. Remain calm. Now, then, soon the attack will come. They will turn the table on you and counterattack. And this will go with aggression, viciousness, spite, sarcasm. Yeah? Now, analyze it. Just think to yourself, all right, now the attack is coming. Oh, it's happening. The moment you are able to do that, I mean, it takes training. And is it worth training yourself in it? Is it not even better? Is it not much better to just walk away? It's your life. Get a good life coach. Yeah. Um. Yeah. The detachment, your personal detachment. It's like with negative emotions. When anger comes up in you, rises in you, you can feel your anger rising or you're upset or whatever. Step back, observe the negative emotion, let it go, release it. Takes training. There are techniques, one can learn this. It's not rocket science. There are simple techniques. They're profound. They are very powerful. One can learn it. It's not a problem to learn them and then to apply them. And it's the same with this DARVO attack. Just before I stop, it's nearly 15 minutes now. Just before I stop, just want to say there are some people say that the narcissists also always use this DARVO attack. This isn't true. Remember the ghosting. Remember the ghosting when they just ignore you completely. That may be on the phone, that maybe they are not at home when you go there, or they don't open the door, or they just block your number, or if you live together with them, they just give you the cold shoulder and don't talk to you at all and make you feel guilty after a while or doubt yourself. Anyway, ghosting, DARVO ghosting. So 15 and a half minutes, that's more than long enough. I hope this will help somebody. Again, it's me, Florian. Yes, Florian. I've lived through all of this. I'm now a qualified clinical hypnotherapist, life coach. I'm also Reiki master. I've been passionate about this narcissistic abuse I'm 54 now. At the latest, since I was 38, 37, 38, because that's when it hit home, when the bombs fell in my life. All right. I wish you all a great day. Have a super great day. And remember, love and gratitude lead to peace and bliss. But before you can think about peace and bliss, you need to find the courage to empower yourself. And very often, no, not very often, the first step here is taking personal responsibility. Not responsibility for somebody else's abusive actions, but personal responsibility for your own life and for the lives of your loved ones who you also affect with your negative emotions, if you have them, when you have them. So love and gratitude lead to peace and bliss. You have a good day. Have a great day. And subscribe, like, thank you very much. Comment. At the moment, I can still answer questions. Or come to my Facebook group. There is more going on there as well. Bye bye.